Welcome to another edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. I'm your host, Spiro Marikas, along with the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry. And coached the Tigers with a mixed bag on the trip to North Carolina last week. A nice win over a Elon team that had been very hot. And then follow that up and lose to a North Carolina A&T team that had lost their first 6 conference games, but had beaten Hofstra in a great comeback on Thursday and handled you on Saturday. First, let's go to the Elon game. One of the best performances I think your team has had this year.
Yeah, we guarded really well, rebounded incredibly well, and took care of the ball. And then Dylan was obviously sensational in the second half. Those would kind of be if you could put together the perfect recipe against the Elon team that was playing really well.
Then North Carolina A&T happened, and the freshman Walker went off, won CAA Rookie of the Week. He was an impressive. I know you weren't. Well, I'm sure you were impressed, but you didn't like that you were impressed. But he played a terrific ball game against you.
Yeah, we scored it pretty good the first half. We were up 1. It was kind of a shootout, and then we didn't get enough stops or rebound the ball. We had a couple of guys obviously not play great offensively, but our defense let us down. He made some tough shots. They made some good plays late clock, but I thought we didn't do a good job fouling or late in the clock and blocking out, and we paid the price for this. There's kind of 1 or 2 possessions a half this time of year where we've got to be a little tighter on that end of the floor in order to kind of squeak out some games.
A&T, they had lost some close conference games, and they didn't have a win until they beat Hofstra on Thursday. But I think what this is showing is that the bottom of the league has really improved over the last couple of years.
Yeah, I don't really know if there is a bottom of the league. I think the teams that do the best have got to find ways to win more of those games than not. We were well aware that A&T had a couple of brutally close losses at William Mary, or down 2 with 2 to go against Wilmington. So we were very well aware of that. You're worried about yourself and how can you be a little bit better in those situations. I thought we'd done a good job in the last 4 games, and then we didn't do a good enough job with that on Saturday. But no one's going to feel bad for you, give it to you. We just got to be a little bit better in those areas.
All right, this is a big week coming up. The team in first place in the league, the Seahawks of UNCW, come to CQ Arena on Thursday night, 9 o'clock, dollar beer night, Hawaiian shirt night.
Is that right?
It's a big game, a huge game for you guys, because you can really make a statement if you can come up with a victory against this UNCW team that has won a lot of very close games this year.
Well, one, they're very well coached, and they're a really good team. They've got a lot of veteran, talented guys that have had success in our leagues, and you got to give them credit for winning a lot of close games. We were in that boat a year ago. I said that's really the difference in conference play. So I don't think there's luck involved with that. It's give them credit. There's been good execution and good toughness, but it's a great opportunity for us. Students are back. We know it'll be an unbelievable environment in here. And it's a chance to measure yourself against a team that's in first place.
And the 2 best rebounding teams in the conference going at it on Thursday night.
Yeah, look, blockouts are going to be a big thing. They do a really good job of getting to the glass. They're tweeners that the 2, 3, 4 spot really get there, and then they're massive inside. The kid Wessler's having an all conference season. We've done a very good job offensive rebounding. We've got to be a little bit more consistent on the defensive glass, but backboards will be a big key on Thursday night.
Nolan Hodge leads the way, 15 points a game, and then you mentioned Wessler, the Virginia Tech transfer, Madison Durr, the Monmouth transfer, and a kid that may know something about CQ, Christian May, who will be making his return to Towson on this week. So they do spread it out. It's not like a one-man show.
No, they've got good, 6. They're not playing a lot of guys. A couple guys maybe have been banged up in and out of the lineup. Hodge is having obviously a really good year. He's made some really big shots for them. When I watched their Stony Brook win and Northeastern win where they've came back. And yeah, we're Ross, good player. Obviously, Christian May helped us win a lot of games. So we're well aware of how good those guys are. Our guys will be prepared. They know what the challenge is. Durr, we played against him. We know how good a player he is. So, we got to execute. I think for us, the key has been when we've guarded, rebounded, and taken care of the ball. 2 of those 3 things, we've been able to find our way. We've got to do a couple of those very well Thursday night, and then, I've got tremendous belief that the talented guys we have will stop making a lot of shots.
Saturday, Hampton comes in, a chance for revenge for you guys. You lost a tight one down there, 63-62, in a game where offensively you could just never quite get it going.
Well, they're physical. It'll be a good game. They're having a good year. We had 2 shots to win the game, and we had a tough time at the foul line down the stretch. So that'll be a quick turnaround. I think the fortunate thing is it's a team you've already played, so there's not as long of a prep. It's probably better second time through.
How much easier is it to scout the second time through?
Well, I mean, guys know. Guys have more awareness. We've got intelligent guys. They pick up on stuff pretty quickly with that.
All right, do something a little different here.
Oh, God.
It was announced this week that Bill Belichick was not elected into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on his first ballot. So my question to you is, does that mean that Tom Brady should also not be voted in his first year on the ballot?
I mean, it's just total lunacy that he wasn't, total lunacy. I mean, I think you know my answer to that question.
But congratulations on the win on Sunday.
It's a great win. Great win.
That'll do it for this edition of the Tiger Men's Basketball Report. For the head coach of the Tigers, Pat Scarry, I'm Spiro Marikas. Thanks for tuning in.